Okay, well, it's me again. And as to not come off as sounding like I'm whining, this is actually good for couples. Could be used as couples therapy. I can show you what not to do as it's happening in real time, so you don't have to pay a psychiatrist to answer a couple questions. Now, here's the thing. I'm not suggesting that you stop using your therapist and just watch YouTube. That would not be good. And not unless both of you agree to that. Now, for those of you who are on some kind of a psychiatric hold and you have to take medication, then I suggest you just keep doing that. However, enough said. So enough of you know my backstory. My wife just left for work, and yet I'm still trying, and yes, there's still a divorce that we have an agreement. Consciously uncoupling. Remember again. Let me get the, hold on a second. Let's turn it, and there it is. Okay, so let me turn it one more time so it looks a little bit better. Alright, everybody's vertigo good? Alright. So, the last thing that my wife and I talked about was that I felt that I could get a job somewhere in the entertainment world. I don't really care to be on camera. I don't want to be famous like that at all. As a matter of fact, I would rather not be famous, but the current state of the world has compelled me to come to this point. Now, I had mentioned a particular job. I have a profile developed on LinkedIn and a couple of other sites, but I'll give LinkedIn the plug. In it shows you who's interested in you and what their companies actually are, depending on what your skill sets indicate. My skill sets narrowed down to 2 different fields, and it was in technology, because I know that technology is a moving forward apparatus, and I would be like overwhelmed doing something like that, and I welcome that. It sounds exciting to me. It's compelling. She tells me, well, you're gonna have to go to school for that. Just like that. All your dreams are realized and then squashed by the dream squashing wonderful succubus that my wife is exhibiting all the signs of. Don't do anything. I want the man that I married, the one that just sits on his ass and smokes drugs and doesn't do anything in this world. Well, I think you all know that that changed as of January 16th, 2019. I've been doing nothing but getting up and doing things, and she is standing in the way of that. So that's the last thing that we spoke on today, and I raised my voice just slightly, got to the level where I needed to, walked it back down and showed her why that we shouldn't think that way, and wished her to have a nice day. I had to explain to her that being crazy is not what I am. As a matter of fact, the apple doesn't generally fall far from the tree, does it? So, when you take that into account, and you walk things up properly and you walk them back properly, what do you come up with? Success, usually. I can predict things the way they're going to happen just based off of people's behavior. That's what my skill is. Reading people. Do you get it now? I read people better than I do computers, but I'm navigating my way through here, okay? I've gotten out to quite a few of you who are, quote-unquote, very sophisticated. And a lot of you understood, but successful nonetheless. Let me help the ones who are misunderstood gain understanding. And I'm not talking about the artists, because they already know who they are. I'd like you to know what you are celebrating. That's what I'm doing here. And I know that's worth money to a lot of people. So if I can help the cause to any of you, the highest bidder gets me. Because I brought you all here. You all didn't bring me here. Or wait a minute. Or did I? Or did you?